What's up, guys? Will here. Welcome back to the Mario Kart World Vehicle Tournament. Today we are going to be tackling round 7 and 8 of the tournament. For round 7, we're going to be having a matchup that's going to go down in history. We have the standard bike versus the standard cart. Can't get much better than that. Holy crap, that stat difference is actually quite a lot there. We got Work Crew Baby Luigi? Yeah, Work Crew Baby Luigi. Say that 5 times fast. As our character here, the speeding and the acceleration are quite different, not gonna lie. Weight and handling are a bit more similar, but yeah. Yeah, they are speed and weight are way far off than I would think they would be. You think they'd be a little bit more similar, but apparently not. Alright, and for this GP here, we have Crown City, Mario Bros. Circuit, Toad's Factory, and Cheep Cheep Falls. Let's get it started. You know, I'm pretty sure we ended the last GP on Crown City, so now we're starting the next GP on Crown City, because, you know, it makes sense. It makes total sense. Kind of wish I had this a little bit later in the GP as a connected base track, but, you know, we're gonna see Crown City twice. Yay! Crown City! Woo! Who doesn't love Crown City? It's actually not that bad of a track, to be honest. I'm not sure how I feel about the music, not gonna lie. I'm still trying to figure out a good song to put in for my music pack. And it's not easy. It's not easy. It's hard finding a song that I think is worthy. Not gonna lie, but yeah. I'll find the song eventually. So yeah, this GP is gonna be very standard, to say the least, I would say. So yeah, standard bike got double mushrooms. Standard cart had double mushroom, now a single mushroom, and a coin shell. While a standard bike has a bullet bill. So they're going to be catching up a lot here. Alright. Standard bike getting the item, where standard cart did not get an item. And it got a super horn. Not too bad. Could be a worse item, you know. Could be a blooper after all. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so we got triple bananas for the standard cart. And a fire flower for the standard bike. Interesting. Will they be able to snipe the standard cart? So far, they are missing pretty badly, not gonna lie. And they just hit themselves with their own fireball. Love that. Gotta love that. So far, the standard cart here seems to be having the advantage. So we got one more section of the track to go, though. So it's not over till it's over. It's never over till it's over in Mario Kart. Standard cart getting triple bananas. And that frickin' traffic post just, yeah, gone. I love how easy the lampposts are to knock over. It's pretty funny, not gonna lie. And there goes the boxes. Oh, standard bike going onto the railing, it looks like. Getting a little trick boost off of it. Ooh, standard cart getting hit by a red shell, causing the standard bike to catch up, but won't be enough. Standard bike hits the guardrail, but yeah, it's gonna be just enough. But the thing is, either it's gonna be a 1-point difference or they're gonna be tied, judging by the point difference in this game. And yep, it's a tie. So this race really did not matter whatsoever. So it's only gonna be up to the next 3 races to decide how this is going to play out. Alright. And the next race, we are driving from Crown City, the Mario Bros. Circuit. which is actually the opposite thing you do in the Mushroom Cup. Normally drive from Mario Bros. Circuit to Crown City, but what's the path going the opposite way, you know? Could be different. Just saying. What does that say? Rainbow Fragment? Wait, home of the Rainbow Fragment. Interesting. Wonder what that's all about. Okay, both of them started off with triple mushrooms, it looked like. Standard Cart managed to get the draft there, even though he really wasn't behind the standard bike, but it's whatever. I don't judge. Standard Cart hitting that bus, but it doesn't make him topple over. No, it does not. Okay. And I don't know what way they're going here. Heading in the other section. Standard Cart hit that taxi, though it did nothing once again. Man, isn't this fun? Isn't these freaking intermission sections just the funnest thing ever? I don't know why there's just a random bully there, not gonna lie. Ooh, standard bike going on to the freaking power lines here to grind on the guardrail, I guess. Well, it's not really a guardrail, it's a power line. Complete difference. And oh, Standard Cart saying back out of the way. Oh, and the Standard Cart fell off the freaking power line, where the Standard Bike did not fall off the power line. So yeah, Standard Bike's gonna be having the advantage here, not gonna lie. Is he gonna be hitting that item box? No! Just barely misses it. Hitbox is just a little bit too small. Okay, now we are on the Mario Bros. Circuit now, which is actually, you drive this whole track in reverse, actually. Depending on which way you come in from, which is honestly a really nice touch, to be honest. And one thing I actually learned about this game is there is actually a mirror mode in this game, but you have to do GP mode, knockout mode, and then I think you need to find like 40 P switches or something. I forget the exact requirements, but it's something like that. Ooh, can the Standard Cart catch up in time to the Standard Bike? And yes! Yes, they do, but will it end in another tie is the question. Will they be tied up again? No! No, they are not. 1 point lead going to the Standard Cart, but there's still 2 more tracks to determine the winner here, so yeah, anything's possible. I love how it's a 3 placement difference here, 7th and 10th, even though it's only a 1 point difference. That's crazy how this point distribution is. Alright, driving from Mario Bros. Circuit to Toad's Factory. Yeah, this is going to be a 4 section here instead of a 3 lap section. Not quite sure how you would say that. Alright, so we got a coin block and a mushroom to start off for items. Okay, that was a very interesting shortcut to say the least. So yeah, this is definitely not a path we're used to. Alright, Standard Cart getting triple mushrooms and a star. And Standard Bike gets the exact same item, actually. Triple stars and a mushroom, I almost said. Imagine if you could pull triple stars. I mean, the closest thing we had to that would be in the custom item system for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, pulling a Crazy 8, where you could pull 8 stars if you have just the star and the Crazy 8 item. Yeah, that would be a little bit too crazy, though, I'd say. A little bit too broken. It's kind of unfortunate the Crazy 8 item is not in this game, but I mean, it's to be expected, you know. This isn't Mario Kart 8 anymore. This is Mario Kart World. And I don't think there's going to be like a world item or whatever. There's some armadillos in the track. Oh, and they hurt you. They hurt you. Okay, they hurt. Good to know. Oh gosh, wow. Whoa, you could go in that. That was a thing you could go in. That was like a helicopter or something. Okay, that's interesting to know. Huh. That's kind of cool, actually. I didn't know you could, like... Well, I knew you could go in, like, helicopters, but I didn't know you could do that during a race. That's kind of interesting. Ooh, barely avoiding that bomb car there. Holy crap. And there's one of those trucks, which I think you can actually go inside of. So yeah, standard bike in 19th, standard cart in dead last right now, which is not good. Okay, standard bike getting an item. They are getting triple mushrooms. Standard cart is going to be getting triple mushrooms as well. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay. Alright. Getting a super horn. Looked like they were in 10th place. Triple mushrooms for the standard cart. Okay. Gold shell. Okay, not bad. Not bad. And another gold shell. Wow. I pulled 2 gold shells in a row. Crazy. I guess once one gold shell breaks, you can pull another. I guess that would make the most sense, you know. Standard bike pulling a mushroom. Standard cart pulling triple mushrooms. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alright, standard bike is going to be pulling what? Triple reds. Okay. Standard cart going to be pulling super horn. Which I would say triple reds is definitely much better than a super horn. I don't know how that's possible, but okay. You know, sometimes it's best not to question things, you know? Alright, wow. Coin block and a star? Wow. Pretty far up to pull a star, I'm gonna be honest, but yeah. This is gonna be a massive swing in points here. 3rd place and 10th place, that's probably like 5, maybe 6 points. Probably 5. Oh no, 4 points, okay. Not as much as I thought. So it's only a 3-point lead going to the standard bike. Still got one more race to go. Standard cart is definitely not out of it. Alright, here we are. The last race on Cheap Falls. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a full, intermission GP here. Almost did. Got 3/4 of one. But it is what it is. Alright. First items we got are triple mushrooms and a single bush. Wow. Seems like the item luck is much favoring the standard bike, considering they pulled frickin' triple mushrooms in a placement higher than the standard cart, which only pulled a single mushroom. That makes sense, you know? Makes total sense. Alright, ooh, a blue shell. Okay, interesting pull right there. Very interesting pull. Standard bike getting hit by a super horn there. Standard cart taking a grind rail up on the top there, avoiding the water section, which the water in this game really does slow you down a lot. Like, a lot. Yeah, this track is actually a pretty hard track to do. I remember struggling a lot on this track whenever I was playing it. Like, oh boy. Not easy. Definitely not easy. Alright. A gold mushroom and a gold shell. Standard cart's going to be powering away here with that gold mushroom. It's going to help out a lot. Now they are pulling triple mushrooms. Standard bike is going to be pulling more triple mushrooms. Okay. Not bad items. Not bad at all, actually. Pretty good items, to say the least. Standard cart's actually at 15 coins right now. Could they make it to 20? Who knows? Who knows? Alright. And they just pulled triple reds. Standard bike has a mega mushroom right now. Triple reds are going to be causing a little bit of havoc. on the race course, that's for sure. Ooh, a gold mushroom. Up in like 10th place. And a gold mushroom in 18th place. Ooh, and a shock happening. The standard cart gets shocked while the standard bike does not get shocked. So whoever used the shock was in between the two of them. Whereas if you guys don't know about the shock in this game, it only targets the people in front of you. It doesn't target everyone. So yeah, it was definitely a significant nerf to the shock, to say the least. Alright. Standard cart going up on the grind rail. Up on the top. Looks like they might be able to pull off a few extra points over the standard bike here, but we shall see. And they managed to get... Ooh. Oh, they're getting hit by a red shell. That's not going to help them out much. 8th place and 11th place. That's probably not going to be enough. I think the standard bike's going to be pulling this off. Probably by 1 point, I'd say. Oh, no. By 2 points, actually. So, yeah. Kind of hoping this race would have ended in a tie, considering these are both standard vehicles in the game. But nope. It is confirmed that the standard bike is better than the standard cart. So if you guys want to use one of the standard vehicles, use the standard bike. Because the standard cart is definitely not as good. But yeah. Anyways, good job to the standard bike for moving on. Now it's on to round 8 of the tournament. Alright, for round 8 of the tournament here, we have Hot Rod versus Charging Truck. And we got Peach as our character for this round. Stats, honestly, not too far off from each other. The Hot Rod is definitely more balanced in terms of stats compared to the Charging Truck, but you know, anything can happen. And for this GP here, we have Desert Hills, Choco Mountain, Dino Jungle, and DK Pass. Alright, starting things off on Desert Hills here. Kind of interesting how we just have normal Peach and not one of her costume variants. And her hair is going through the vehicles. Love that. Well, that's a nice graphical glitch. You know, I gotta admit, I'm not quite sure why they brought this course back. I kind of wish they would have brought back Dry Ruins instead. Mario Kart Wii. That would have, I think, made more sense, but it is what it is. It's kind of nice to see Desert Hills again, I guess. So, yeah. Oh, wow, look at those tires transform. Holy crap. I kind of like how the tires, like, transform into, like, bigger tires when you're in off-road. I really like that about this game. It's kind of cool. The fact your car just transforms to like a plane or like a freaking jet ski. Or I guess like a freaking like a monster truck or something. I don't know. Anyways, back to the race. We had a Hot Rod got gold mushrooms. Charging Truck got gold shell there. And what else is the Charging Truck going to pull? A super horn. Okay, not really that great to be honest, but it is what it is. There's a nice little glider route right there. It is unfortunate the Angry Sun, I don't think, makes an appearance on this track anymore. Instead of we got these freaking tiki heads, which are absolutely bizarre, not gonna lie. Yeah, this track is like so unrecognizable now. So yeah, I'm not quite sure if what they did for this track was a good thing or a bad thing, but it is what it is. Can't complain too much, I guess. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people weren't really too happy seeing this track making a return, but it is what it is. Alright, Hot Rod getting 4th place. Charging Truck not doing too well, actually. Only getting 10th place, actually. So, it's going to be a few point difference here. Probably like 2 or 3 points. Yeah, 3 point difference here. But, you know, 3 points really isn't that much. It's when we kind of start getting into double-digit point swings, point differences where things become a little bit grim for a vehicle, that's for sure. Alright, for race 2, we got me dropping my coaster that, ow, holds my drink on, because my cup just stuck to it. We got ourselves Choco Mountain, which, does not look like Choco Mountain in the slightest, but you know what? It's okay. We're all for Choco Mountain, I guess, you know? It's definitely a nice, unique take of Choco Mountain, although, personally, I think I prefer the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version a lot more than this version, but it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. Kind of wish they had Choco Island instead, one of the Choco Island tracks, but I guess it is what it is. Yeah, there's definitely a few other, you know, choices Nintendo could have made for retro tracks. Like, you know, a different desert track for Desert Hills, or one of the Choco Island tracks for Choco Mountain. And especially, you know, Moo Moo Farm instead of Moo Moo Meadows. Because, you know, we've already had Moo Moo Meadows in Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe. What was the point of bringing it back, you know? Alright, well, both of them had some gold mushrooms there. Oh, gosh. Charge and truck getting stuck in... What is that? Is that supposed to be, like, chocolate? Or, like... It looks more like oil, honestly. Chocolate. I mean, I guess it is supposed to be chocolate, because it is Choco Mountain. It makes sense. So, yeah, right now, they are not doing too well in terms of placement, especially not the Charge and Truck. Charge and Truck, I should say. My mistake. And Charge and Truck gets hit by a fucking boulder. Love it. Gotta love it. The slow-moving boulder. Okay, Hot Rod has a star right now. And they use it. Okay. Charge and Truck having a bullet bill. Not too bad. That'll catch them up quite a bit, I'm sure. We shall see, though. And they managed to get the item, which it's going to turn out to be a gold mushroom. That's good. Good on them. Pulling that. Okay, when are they going to start using it? Now, it looks like. Oh, God. Whoa. Going a little bit crazy there. Okay, Charging Truck's actually not doing too bad right now, and they hit the boulder once again. Love that. Love how the boulder just slowly stops moving and then just breaks on the wall. I guess that would be momentum after all, in a way. Alright, Charging Truck getting a boomerang, although boomerang's not going to be that much helpful. Will the Hot Rod be able to catch up in time? Doesn't look like it. Charging Truck getting 11th place, Hot Rod getting 16th place. Not too bad. You know, the Hot Rod kinda, in a way, looks like the Wild Wing. A little bit. A little bit. Honestly, now that it has that front engine, it's kind of a mashup between, like, the Wild Wing and the Flame Flyer. Or maybe the Mini Beast. I don't know. But yeah, we're looking at a 1-point difference going to the Hot Rod right now. 2 more races to go. Anything can happen. Let's see what the point difference is after race number 3. Alright. 3rd race going to Dino Juggle. And not gonna lie, that is definitely a knockoff Jurassic Park logo on top of that starting line. Just saying. It looks pretty similar to it. I'm sure Jurassic Park had a lot of inspiration with this visual overhaul of this track. Not gonna lie. I gotta admit that this track looks really fucking good. Like, for real. I really love what they did with this track. For once, I don't get tired of seeing it. Unlike in Retro Rewind. Just saying. Yeah. Oh, don't worry, though, guys. Road to 30,000 will make a return eventually. but it's just not going to be anytime soon because I don't really give a shit about that series for right now. I'm not focused on Retro Rewind at the moment. I'm more focused on Mario Kart World because Mario Kart World is awesome. And not to say Retro Rewind's not awesome. It is very awesome. Oh, there's eggs everywhere. Egg. Alright, both of them going to be going on top of the dinosaur here. Hot Rod. Oh, okay. Hot Rod did not make it across the gap there. I didn't know you could fail going over that gap, but I guess you can. That's good to know, I guess. Alright, Charging Truck getting triple mushrooms. Hot Rod also getting triple mushrooms. Interesting. Very interesting. And the T-Rex is loose, causing havoc over the racetrack. Hate to see it. Really hate to see it. Also, it looked like that dinosaur tail was going through the track. Not gonna lie. It is what it is, though. Alright, we're hitting those eggs, apparently. Apparently, you can just hit them. I don't know why you want to do that, though. Okay. Hot Rod actually made it over the gap this time. Charging Truck getting a gold mushroom. Wow, both of them not able to go on top there? Wow. I'm kind of surprised. Definitely looked like a Hot Rod was going to be able to clear that easily, but I guess not. Okay. It looks like Charging Truck's going to be getting a few extra points here. Ooh, maybe. Yep. They're going to be getting probably like one extra point. Maybe two. Maybe two if it's lucky. I'm not quite sure. Yep, only one extra point. So, yeah. Things are tied up right now. So, yeah. Things could still end in a tie after this last race, but, you know, that's not always guaranteed to happen. Let's see if things will, I guess, end up in a tie. And if they do, we'll move on to, like, a knockout tour to determine the winner. Alright, DK Pass as the final track of this GP. And it's actually the final track of this whole group of GPs I've created. So yeah, we'll be on to a fresh new GP group. I don't know what you would call it. Next set of GPs, I guess. I don't know. Hard to come up for a name for that. Anyways, though, both of them starting with triple mushrooms. And both of them getting hit by this snowball. A giant snowball. Hot Rod taking some shortcuts there with the mushrooms it had. It's quite unfortunate that, you know, the little snowy mountain with the star and mushroom item box is gone. But it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. Though I'm sure some people are bummed out about that. I'm not really too bummed out about it. Gotta keep it real, I never really cared that much for DK Pass. I always thought this track was just kind of eh. I mean, it's a cool snow track and all. And I really like the overhaul they did for this version of it, but never really cared for it that much, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe that's because I was never really good at it, but that's besides the point. Huh. Anyways, though. Hot Rod in 12th place. Charging Truck in 21st place. Oh, boy. Yeah, neither one of them going for that double item box right at the edge. Both of them actually going for the grind rail instead, where there's no item box, actually. Alright, Hot Rod getting a star. Charging Truck getting a gold mushroom. Okay, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Things go the way they are going. I think the Hot Rod will be moving on here, but still got one more lap to go of this track before any of that happens, before anything's set in stone. Okay, gold mushroom. Ooh! That sucks. Yeah, I don't think either one of them got the shock dodge. I don't know. I don't think the hot rod got a shock dodge. I could be wrong though, but actually they might have gotten a shock dodge considering they're in 7th place right now. And yeah, looks like it's gonna be curtains for the charging truck unless the hot rod does something insanely just bad. I mean, getting hit by a red shell is a start. Getting hit by 2 red shells is definitely a start, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Just saying, it's definitely not going to be enough. So yeah, definitely going to be curtains for the charging truck here. Quite unfortunate to say the least. So yeah, with that, Hot Rod is going to be moving on to the next round of the tournament. And next section of the tournament. I don't know. I don't know the whole technical terms for everything here. And Charging Truck is now eliminated. So yeah, good job the Hot Rod for moving on. Anyways, guys, hope you all have enjoyed this part of the Mario Kart World Vehicle Tournament. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Tune in next time where we will tackle rounds 9 and 10 of the tournament. See you all then.